Hello, knowledge seekers. In this episode of 20-Minute Books, we delve into The Gift of Failure by Jessica Lahey, a groundbreaking book that illuminates the powerful lessons hidden within life's setbacks. Lahey, an accomplished author, journalist, and speaker, known for her biweekly column in the New York Times and contributions to The Atlantic magazine, brings her expert insights into the critical importance of embracing failure. In The Gift of Failure, Lahey makes a compelling case for why parents, teachers, and anyone involved in child rearing should allow children to encounter obstacles and setbacks. She argues that through these challenges, children can learn valuable lessons about their values, skills, and their own capacity to overcome difficulties. By stepping back and allowing children to navigate failure, caregivers can help them build resilience, confidence, autonomy, and a strong sense of responsibility. This book is an essential read for parents, educators, and caregivers. It provides a fresh perspective on the significance of failure in personal development and offers practical advice on how to support children in turning their failures into stepping stones for success. Tune in to discover how you can empower the children in your life by giving them the gift of failure. The Gift of Failure: How the Best Parents Learn to Let Go so Their Children Can Succeed. Introduction. Unlocking the gift in failing. Embracing mistakes for you and your kids. When stepping into something new, what's the most common outcome we encounter? More often than not, we stumble and fall. We fail. And while this might sound disheartening, it's one of the most crucial experiences for personal development. Yet, in recent times, there's been a subtle shift in how we approach failure, especially when it comes to our children. We've unwittingly started shielding them from the very experiences that are meant to equip them for the reality of life. The consequences of this overprotection can be more detrimental than we might initially realize. By always jumping in to save the day, we are inadvertently robbing our kids of the chance to navigate challenges, solve problems, and ultimately develop the resilience and skills essential for their future. This narrative invites us on a journey to reevaluate how our well-intentioned actions as parents or educators might be counterproductive. It's time to explore how our current approaches to raising and teaching children could be backfiring, contrary to our best intentions. Within this exploration, we uncover some fascinating insights, such as the lessons we can learn from monkeys about the dangers of demotivation, the seemingly positive reinforcement that might be doing more harm than good, highlighting why lauding a child as good could potentially be detrimental, a surprising household activity that could be pivotal in fostering your child's development. Diving into these topics not only provides a lens through which we can view our interactions with children, but also offers a chance to rethink our strategies. Let's delve into this thought-provoking journey, unveiling how allowing our children to experience failure is not a sign of negligence, but rather a profound gift that prepares them for a successful and self-reliant future. Part 1. The Evolving Landscape of Childhood, From Survival to Self-Esteem. In the contemporary tapestry of parenting, a dominant theme is to shield and shepherd our young ones through their formative years with utmost care. This, however, represents a departure from historical norms, where childhood and education bore a strikingly different complexion. Journey back a few centuries to 17th century New England, and you'd find a world where childhood autonomy was not just encouraged but necessary. The grim specters of illness and poverty loomed large, snatching away the lives of many young ones. Survival, rather than schooling, dictated the rhythms of daily life, with children contributing to household or farm work as soon as their little hands were capable. It was in this era that the philosopher John Locke voiced a pioneering perspective. Children should be allowed to stumble and grasp the weight of their mistakes. He cautioned against the perils of overprotection, arguing it would only serve to dull their resilience, leaving them unprepared for the inevitable setbacks life would throw their way. As the pages of history turned, the plight of childhood didn't ease immediately. By the 19th century in America, the harsh realities of industrial labor ensnared even the young, with a significant number of children, nearly 1 in 6 between the ages of 10 and 15, toiling in factories. The concept of childhood underwent a radical transformation, with children viewed not as beings in development, but as sources of economical labor. Change, however, was on the horizon. The dawn of the 20th century brought with it shifts in work dynamics and family structures, paving the way for a new chapter in the story of childhood. Regulations emerged to curb the exploitation of child labor, effectively redefining the role of children within the family unit, from being perceived as useful contributors to being regarded as useless in the economic sense. This transition coincided with changing societal norms, including rising divorce rates and trends toward having fewer children later in life, which led to a new parental focus on nurturing children as evolving individuals. This era also witnessed the rise of psychological literature that spotlighted children's development, notably marked by Nathaniel Branden's 1969 seminal work, The Psychology of Self-Esteem. Branden posited self-esteem as the cornerstone of a child's behavioral blueprint. Yet, as psychologist Jean Twenge later reflected, this well-intentioned emphasis on self-esteem not only amplified its presence in the American cultural consciousness, but inadvertently cultivated a generation leaning toward narcissism. This sweeping overview of the historical shifts in the perception and treatment of childhood reveals a profound transformation, from survival-driven autonomy to a nuanced understanding of child development. It underscores the evolving challenges of parenting and education in nurturing resilient, self-aware individuals amid changing societal landscapes and expectations. Part 2. Fueling the Flame of Learning, the Power of Intrinsic Motivation. Gone are the days when children's immediate concerns were survival and contributing to the household. Today, they navigate a vastly different battlefield, one dominated by the pursuit of academic excellence, epitomized by the quest for perfect grades. While grades were initially conceptualized as indicators of progress and potential predictors of future success, they carry an inherent flaw. They often fail to nurture a genuine, self-driven desire to learn. From the outset of their educational journey, children are herded toward the goal of fetching top grades, conditioned to believe that anything less could jeopardize their aspirations and societal standing. This uniform push towards academic perfection effectively sidelines failure as a viable outcome, ignoring its educational value. In an effort to steer their offspring towards academic success, many parents resort to dangling the carrot of external rewards, be it a shiny new smartphone or other material incentives. However, this strategy might be doing more harm than good, quenching the spark of internal motivation. This phenomenon isn't restricted to humans alone. Psychologist Harry Harlow's experiments with monkeys provided early evidence of this dynamic. He observed that monkeys lost interest in solving puzzles when offered regular rewards, unlike their counterparts who received no incentives and remained engaged. This suggests that external rewards might not only fail to foster lasting motivation, but could actively undermine it. In the realm of human development, a child's zeal for a task tends to fortify their resolve, propelling them through challenges with unwavering determination. Cultivating this kind of enthusiasm hinges on allowing children the autonomy to tackle problems in their own unique way. But what does this mean for parents and educators striving to ignite a genuine excitement for learning? The answer lies in strategically taking a step back. Rather than micromanaging every aspect of the educational process, it's crucial to let children exercise autonomy over how, when, and where they achieve their tasks, without the expectation of external rewards. This isn't to say that parents should adopt a laissez-faire attitude towards education. Setting clear non-negotiable standards, like adhering to homework deadlines, is essential. However, if these expectations aren't met, it's important to allow children to encounter the natural consequences of their actions. Experiencing failure in this context becomes an invaluable lesson in resilience, teaching them to navigate setbacks and pressures independently. Through this approach, we can help children discover the joy of learning for its own sake, kindling a flame of curiosity and motivation that external rewards could never achieve. Part 3: Nurturing Independence, the Art of Autonomy, Supportive Parenting. Parenting navigates the delicate balance between involvement and imposition, especially when it comes to education. There's a fine line between supporting your child and orchestrating every step of their scholastic journey. This is where the concept of autonomy supportive parenting shines, offering a path that emphasizes empowerment over control. Psychologist Wendy Grolnick's research provides insightful distinctions between autonomy supportive and controlling parenting approaches. Her findings reveal that children under the thumb of controlling parents tend to buckle under frustration more swiftly compared to their autonomously supported counterparts, particularly when faced with challenging tasks in solitude. It's crucial, however, to understand that embracing an autonomy supportive style doesn't equate to laissez faire parenting. Rather, it's about marrying freedom with structure, allowing children the space to explore their capabilities while setting boundaries that encourage them to measure their actions against established expectations. Studies further suggest that children show a preference for parents who hold them accountable for their missteps over those who minutely monitor their every move with a controlling gaze. Transitioning from a controlling demeanor to an autonomy supportive posture demands patience and reflection. Supporting rather than directing becomes the goal, fostering an environment where children feel empowered to take charge of their learning journeys. However, distinguishing between these parental styles isn't always straightforward. Autonomy supportive parenting celebrates successes as much as it does mistakes, seeing both as valuable learning opportunities. It encourages children to devise their own solutions to problems, in stark contrast to controlling parents who rush to provide answers before their children have even grappled with the question at hand. Allowing children the latitude to wrestle with problems cultivates patience and critical thinking, valuable skills for devising solutions. This approach acknowledges that parenting styles aren't black and white. Often, what appears to be supportive through the lens of rewards can, in reality, be a form of control. In embracing this parenting philosophy, remember to grant yourself the same grace you offer your children. It's okay to falter in your parenting journey. What matters most is conveying to your children that your love for them isn't contingent upon their accomplishments. This foundation not only encourages them to embrace independence and problem solving, but also reassures them of a support system that values growth over success. Part 4: Empowering Kids Through the Art of Praise. In the vast sea of parenting strategies, the way parents praise their children often goes unnoticed, yet it holds the power to profoundly impact their motivation and self-perception. Not all praise is created equal, and the distinction in how it's delivered can either uplift or unwittingly discourage a child. The secret lies in praising a child's actions rather than their inherent traits. There's a subtle yet significant difference between appreciating someone for who they are, saying things like, "You're so funny," versus acknowledging their efforts with phrases like, "You did this so well." The former passes judgment and unwittingly cements a fixed mindset, suggesting their qualities are innate and unchangeable. The latter, however, endorses a growth mindset, instilling the belief that skills and abilities can evolve through dedication and hard work. Psychologist Carol Dweck's research sheds light on the transformative power of praise. Her studies revealed that students praised for their intellect were less inclined to embrace challenges, demonstrating a reluctance to engage in tasks that could potentially result in failure. In stark contrast, students lauded for their effort displayed greater resilience and a willingness to tackle more demanding problems. Japan offers a paradigm shift from the typical Western educational model when it comes to fostering growth. In Japanese schools, children aren't pigeonholed by perceived abilities. The underlying philosophy champions the potential within every child to excel across a spectrum of disciplines. without reserving certain subjects for the so-called gifted. This approach mirrors the essence of effective praise, the steadfast belief in development and growth. Thus, rather than extolling your child's brilliance post-exam, consider recognizing the dedication they poured into their preparation. This subtle shift in acknowledgement cultivates an environment where children view their abilities as malleable, something they can enhance through persistence and hard work. It's a perspective that not only diminishes the fear of failure, but encourages a lifelong journey of learning and self-improvement. Part 5. Fostering Responsibility: The Value of Household Tasks for Children. Navigating the tumultuous waters of household duties often sets the stage for classic confrontations between parents and children. Yet, within these seemingly mundane tasks lies a golden opportunity for teaching valuable life lessons on competence, responsibility, and the development of a purposeful attitude towards life. Involving children in household chores not only instills a sense of responsibility, but also embeds a deeper sense of purpose, a quality that is quintessential for navigating the challenges of life. This link between purpose and well-being is underscored by research highlighting the profound connection between a lack of purpose and the inclination towards suicidal thoughts among affected individuals. The journey towards imbuing children with a sense of purpose begins with encouraging their active participation in home responsibilities. When parents preemptively step in to correct the mess made by their children during these tasks, they inadvertently send a signal that undermines the value of independent effort. This not only dampens the child's initiative, but also their inclination to take ownership of their actions. To cultivate a healthy attitude towards responsibility, children should be guided to devise their own methods for accomplishing household tasks. This approach not only fosters initiative, but also the satisfaction of seeing tasks through to completion. Rebranding chores as family contributions can also play a pivotal role in this process by highlighting the importance of each member's contributions to the collective well-being of the family. Taking into account the child's age when assigning tasks ensures that the responsibilities bestowed upon them are both age-appropriate and gradually increasing in complexity. From young children tidying up their toys to adolescents taking on more substantial roles like meal preparation or sibling care, each stage of development can be matched with corresponding tasks that contribute to their growing sense of capability and independence. It's vital to remember that the primary goal of involving children in household duties is not to maintain a spotless home, but to nurture a shared sense of effort and belonging. This collective endeavor not only strengthens familial bonds, but lays the groundwork for children to emerge as competent, responsible, and purpose-driven individuals, ready to face life's challenges with resilience and a proactive spirit. Part 6. Nurturing Social Skills Through Free Play. The journey of social development begins from the earliest days of infancy, with a baby's gaze locked onto the faces of adults, attempting to mirror their expressions. This quest for understanding and mastering the art of interaction is a lifelong endeavor. Recognizing early on that social skills are malleable rather than fixed sets the stage for a richer, more adaptive social life. While caregivers undoubtedly play a pivotal role in shaping communication abilities, the interactions children have with their peers are equally, if not more, instrumental in their development. Free play, in particular, emerges as a crucial arena for this form of learning. It's within these unstructured, spontaneous moments of play that children hone their social skills. And it's here that parents should resist the urge to micromanage, allowing these natural dynamics to unfold. Psychologist Hara Estroff Marano underscores the value of free play with compelling evidence, illustrating that engagement in kindergarten play activities is a 40% more accurate predictor of academic success than conventional standardized tests in areas like reading or math. The benefits of children mingling and playing with others extend beyond the academic, fostering a sense of empathy through the direct feedback loop of peer interactions. When left to navigate the repercussions of their actions without adult intervention, such as seeing a peer's distress after a push, children gain invaluable insights into the impact of their behaviors. This direct observation equips them with the tools necessary for solving conflicts and understanding others more deeply. Moreover, exposure to a diverse array of peers, encompassing different interests and social backgrounds, enriches a child's ability to adapt and connect with new acquaintances later in life. Those who have enjoyed a broad spectrum of social exposures in their early years tend to exhibit a higher degree of mimicry in varying social contexts, such as sales, where adaptability and connection are key. That being said, there are instances when parental intervention is warranted, especially in situations where a child's association could lead to harmful outcomes, like involvement with drugs or violence. In these delicate situations, open communication is paramount, coupled with professional guidance when needed. It's essential for parents to discern the nature of their concerns, whether they stem from genuine worry for their child's well-being or from a personal disfavor towards their child's companions. In cases of the latter, it might be beneficial to take a moment to step back, reassess, and allow room for the child's social development to continue unimpeded. Part 7. Setting sails beyond grades, embracing self-determined goals. The moment a child brings home a report card laden with poor grades can induce a wave of anxiety even in the most supportive of parents. It's a juncture that often tempts parents to resort to controlling tactics in a bid to steer their child back onto the path of academic success. Yet, such moments hold the potential for a pivotal shift, offering a chance for children to reflect on what truly matters to them. Grades, while a long-standing benchmark of academic achievement, are not the sole indicators of a student's abilities or potential. An illuminating study from Japan sheds light on the constrictive nature of grades. It observed two groups of students taking math quizzes. The first group was told their scores would affect their final grade, while the second group was informed the quizzes were meant to track their progress. The outcome was revealing. The latter group not only performed better but also exhibited a deeper understanding of the material. Concerns regarding the efficacy of grades are not a modern phenomenon. As early as 1898, Timothy Dwight Fifth, a former president of Yale University, voiced his criticisms, lamenting grades for their impersonal nature and the barrier they erected to meaningful teacher-student interactions. Despite the recognized limitations of grading systems, they remain ingrained in educational frameworks. So, how can parents aid their children in finding motivation that transcends grades? The answer may lie in nurturing the practice of setting personal educational goals. Rather than allowing school-imposed targets to shape a child's aspirations, parents can encourage their offspring to articulate their own objectives, engaging in conversations, supporting their endeavors, and prioritizing effort over outcomes can significantly enhance this process. Achieving self-set goals breeds a profound sense of fulfillment and self-assurance in children. The concept of autonomy extends to the realm of educational choices as well. As students gain the opportunity to select their own courses, granting them the freedom to make these decisions underscores their agency over their academic journey. When parents impose their preferences, it risks alienating children, making them feel as though their educational path has been preordained without their input. In embracing these strategies, parents can help their children venture beyond the confines of grades, fostering a learning environment that celebrates self-directed goals and personal growth. Final summary. The essence of the insights shared in this exploration is a profound shift in our understanding of failure and competence in the context of parenting. The instinct to shield our children from the discomfort of mistakes is natural. However, it inadvertently imparts a message of incompetence and instills an aversion to failure. Contrary to this well-meaning but misguided instinct, embracing failure as an integral part of learning and growth represents a more empowering approach. Allowing our children to navigate their failures equips them with resilience, fosters self-sufficiency, and fuels a drive towards a purposeful and autonomous life. Thank you for joining me today on this journey of learning and discovery as we explored the insights of another thought provoking book in our growing library of knowledge. If you've enjoyed our time together, please take a moment to follow our podcast, give us a 5-star rating, and share 20-minute books with other knowledge seekers. Your support truly means a lot. Don't forget to join me again in the next episode, where we will delve into another enriching book. Until then, happy reading and happy listening.